That'll be
the end. That's the end of 4.
2-2.
10-2.
10-2. I meant the time was 2:02.
Oh, 2:02. Huh? Is it?
No.
Somebody just fell through a...
I don't have the scores.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we
Forget
do.
it then.
No, we don't, actually.
Sorry, I was in a very important discussion there on the side. That probably ruined our whole broadcast.
I need the rookies and the Vipers to report to field 6.
And there it is.
Straightaway center.
Gone.
That is.
Nord, when he needed it, got it. And it's 5-2. And Nord is trying to pump up his team.
Anytime you have a national championship, you want everybody playing at their best as much as possible. And
Hey, everybody. DP here. Welcome to the West Coast Wiffle Report. Tonight, very special guest, Joe Nord, coming into the studio. We're going to talk about the 2007 National Championship game, and we're going to be also listening to that game, the bottom of the third, and we'll go into the entire fourth inning. The little audio you heard at the start of the show is a little teaser of what you're going to get from Brock and I tonight. I think you'll like it. Rob Bruner makes an appearance part of the way through, so that's exciting too. But Joe's a great guest. I want to thank him for coming on. Some good insight on the game and the players involved in this game. So let's get right to the interview with New York Knights Joe Nord. Already in progress. Do you remember the whole thing with when the pitcher's mound got remeasured in the middle of the game?
No, I don't remember that. I just remember how much of a powerhouse GSW was. I mean, they were, if you made a mistake, you left something in the zone, they were just hitting it, and they were not just hitting the ball. They're machine, they were raking, and it was hard to stop them. Once they got started, they just kept putting hits across the board.
They all got on the same page somehow, and they were all hitting Danny that game.
They were hitting them hard, and they definitely put a few home runs across too. And any time that you're facing Joel DeRoche, one of the top 5 guys to ever do this, it's hard to come back if you're down 5 or 6-0, and then we went further down like 9-0, and then we came back and we scored 4 runs, So it was, that was a challenging game, So GSW, I remember watching the DVD. And they're like, oh yeah, the Knights this, Knights that. I was like, Billy, man, I'm like, talk about your own team, man. I'm like, you're like a national champion. The Roach brothers have been to national championships. I'm like, these guys are machines. And not only, they're not big guys, but man, they are athletic. They're fast. They hit. The Roach brothers and Cross too. He's a lefty stick. They have 3 lefty hitters on the same team. How many wiffle ball teams have you seen that?
Unbelievable.
I remember Joel he was a machine on the mound too. He was firing strikes in there, and I remember the first few innings. It was just tough to pick up. He was just throwing so hard, and that was it wasn't even his second or third. He might have been on his 3rd or 4th game. He was still throwing bullets. That's what I remember. I've watched that DVD several times. It's amazing. I watch the DVDs more that I've lost than I've won. It's ironic how that works.
That is crazy. We are going to finish that interview with Joe Nord in the coming weeks as we also in length discuss the 2003-2004 National Championship semifinal games between In the Box and the Vipers. Thanks again to Joe Nord for coming in and doing that. But right now, let's get to the bottom of the 3. Let's join Brock Drazen and Jim Dolby for all the action.
You are listening to WCBP, the home of the Fastplastic National Tournament. We're in the bottom of 3. Mickey Hyde stepping to the plate.
Strike one. Almost like a quick pitch there by Joel. He just got the ball on the mound and quick pitched it and got the swing out of Mickey Hyde, and it's 0-1. And there's a 1-1. That's a quick little delivery. He's mixing his his pitch as well. 1-1. And now it's 2-1. That ball over the zone. Two-one pitch. Strike. Swinging strike. 2-2. That ball tailed in, but Hyde took a cut, and it's 2-2. We're in the bottom of the 3rd, and it's 10-2. Here's the pitch. Hyde drives it. It's high. Ryan DeRoche makes the play in the outfield. Nice play. Tracking to his left. Caught the ball in right center field, and it's 1 out.
We're in the bottom of the 3rd.
Bottom of the 3rd, 10-2. Joe Nord swinging, and it's 0-1. The Dragonflies are out today, boy. And here's Joel, and a little changeup gets Joe Nord waving, and it's 0-2. Joe 2, strike 3. And Nord said he wanted to go down swinging, and he came up there swinging. None of those pitches hit the zone, though.
Nope.
Here we go with Lanigan.
Somewhere in that close. Lanigan again. Joel going off the stretch now.
And it's 0-1. It's tough when you're down by a lot of runs. A lot of times players press, and Joel's a good enough pitcher to know he doesn't have to throw strikes if they're going to swing above.
Yep.
And that one is right down Broadway.
That was a low riser. It came up right, hit the center. Started off low. Joel came from down low on that one. It's going off the stretch again now.
Strike 3. He's got that change working.
We're through 3, and it's 10-2 GSW.
So we're in the top of the 4th now. Billy Owens is going to lead it off to lefty for GSW. GSW up 10-2. And this is quite a story. I mean, at GSW, you got Billy Owens, who's been involved in this organized professional adult competitive wiffle ball for many, many years, way back into the 90s. And this would just be a huge title for him. He's the co-director of Fastplastic. You got Mike Cross, who's been here a long time, and then the DeRoches. The DeRoches have been in Texas all 5 years and have always made a run. And their family comes out every year, so you got to feel good about it for those guys. And equally bad for Danny Lanigan, who's now being pulled for Joe Nord. Lanigan, you hate to see that. He's a good player, and now Nord is on the mound. And here's the wind and the pitch.
Do with Billy Owens. First pitch swinging again.
And Owens drove that one way oppo, actually foul ball on the down the third baseline. And it's 0-1. So Joe Nord out there now trying to stop the bleeding. It's top 4.
I think it really shows the coast-to-coast effect this game's had lately. Where's the pitch to Billy? Inside. But two DeRoches from Northern California, the Bay Area. Mike Cross, now living in Phoenix, and Billy Owens hailing out of Dallas, Texas.
And swinging. And that ball, nice pitch right in the zone, 2-2. Nord's not overthrowing right now. He's just comfortably putting the ball where it needs to be placed, and it's 2-2. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike 3. Owens took a cut. That was a nice pitch at the top of the zone, and that's 1 out. And Joel DeRoche steps in as another lefty. They get the back-to-back lefties. Nord looks in. There's the wind and the pitch. And that one's outside. 1-0. Second pitch. And Joel LaRoche just hits a little screwball down the third base line, and it's a single. Nice hit.
We're in the top of the fourth.
Top
10-2.
of the fourth. 10-2. DeRoche, nice piece of hitting there, and now Ryan DeRoche steps in, the righty brother, and Nord delivers, and that one's low. Right now, Nord doesn't seem to have a lot of velocity on his pitches. Let's see if he can pump it up for certain pitches. Here's the pitch. And that one is a strike, a riser out of the zone that Ryan DeRoche swung at, and it's 1-1.
Joe's had his share of big moments here at the Fastplastic, big stage here.
And it's 2-1. Somebody just fell through a strike 2-2. Someone just fell through one of these. Everyone's got styrofoam coolers here. You buy them at the H-E-B store when you get to Texas, and if you sit on them and you weigh more than 100 pounds, they're going to go. It's 2-2. Strike 3.
Hit the zone. High, hard one from Joe. Stayed pretty flat. It's probably a riser, but it stayed pretty flat.
So we got 2 outs and a man on first. Mike Cross coming up. Actually, this is a 3 lefties and a righty lineup here. Nord delivers. Strike 1. Okay. He's starting to find his groove here. That one came in pretty hard. High screwball. And it's 0-1. Oh, and 2. That one on the top of the zone.
Do we want to talk Cy Young and MVP yet?
That's Robin Brunner just stopping in, and he's got some opinions on Cy Young and MVP.
You
gotta give top of the fourth.
You gotta give both to Joe, right?
I don't know. Let's talk about it. 0-2, and that one is a beautiful changeup that clips the corner, and we're through 3.5, 10-2 GSW.
Well, offensively, they all hit, so it's hard to say.
Ryan had had the big homer earlier.
Yeah, I think Ryan
in there.
Cross got him started with the 2 doubles. I think he got the first RBI, and then he added 2 later with another double.
I think Ryan's got a 3-run shot, a 2-run shot. There's been a couple. He might have a 3, a 2, and a 3.
No.
Not this game. But earlier.
Ryan only
Let's
has
just review the score sheet.
I don't have a score sheet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, we
Forget
do.
it then.
No, we don't, actually. Anyway, I have to close this out.
All right. I say give it to Joel, both of them.
Oh, I guess it's got to be. Not necessarily.
Bottom 4, Mickey High at the plate. 10-2.
Who else?
High?
I think it's Oh, really?
We had a little discussion there with Rob Bruner about Cy Young MVP if this game continues this way. Looked like Mickey walked, so we got a runner on first. Joe Nord steps to the plate as an umbrella hits me in the face.
No, that's good. That's very good.
Strike off the top of the zone. Nord took a big cut. 10-2, top of 4, bottom of 4.
Yeah.
It'll be pretty tough to take this back.
You gotta give the champions.
Another foul off by Nord.
5 years close every year, you know. Yeah. And Joel he's
Pitch by Joel.
he definitely.
Nord swings at the outside pitch.
That's incredible. The Wiffle, that's really good. Especially at this level.
There's a strike right down the middle of the Lanigan.
Sorry, I was in a very important discussion there on the side. That probably ruined our whole broadcast.
No, I was really keeping up.
So what's the situation? Do we know?
Men on first. Mickey walked. Joe struck out, and now Danny Lanigan stepping in. Men on first.
Ooh, took a big cut at that one. But Joel is pelting the zone, and that's what you got to do. There's no reason now, and make these guys beat you.
These dragonflies, there's got to be 20 dragonflies in view above the field here.
Yeah, there's quite a few. What the heck is that?
One of my fans calling.
All right. So we got a 2-1 count here. Lanigan steps back in. DeRoche looks in, and here's the pitch. Strike. And that was actually a 2-2 pitch, and that's strike 3, 2 outs. Mickey Hyde steps in. Man on first. DeRoche with the beautiful slider. And DeRoche again with the slider. And it's 0-1 to Mickey Hyde. 2 outs. The pitch.
Riser cross fields it on his knees up. He's
That
out.
time he gets him.
That'll be
And
the end of the
that's the
inning.
end of 4.
2-2.
10-2.
10-2. I meant the time was 2:02.
Oh, 2:02. Huh? Is it?
No. Okay, you're listening to WCBP.
So that puts us through 4 innings. We'll be back to finish this game up a little later in the year. But coming up with our next Wiffle Ball broadcast, like I said earlier, we'll be talking about the 2003-2004 Fastplastic National Championship semifinal games. 2 straight years of In the Box versus Vipers. We'll get to hear Joe's opinion on it. We also will be bringing in Billy Owens to talk about those games. We'll see if we can get somebody else up in the meantime, too. Thanks again for listening. Good night now.
We need the rookies and the Vipers to report to field 6.
And there it is.
Straight away center.
Gone.
That
Nord, when he needed it, got it. And it's 5-2. And Nord is trying to pump up his team.
Anytime you have a national championship, you want everybody playing at their best as much as possible. And
you can keep up with all the happenings here at the West Coast Wiffle Report at our Facebook page, Arizona Wiffle Ball, or on Twitter, AZ Wiffle Ball, or listen here on Spreaker.com, WCWR, and on Spotify, just search for WCWR. And you can always reach us by email, westcoastwifflereport@gmail.com.